Good morning. I'm back in the awning. It's freezing cold at the moment. Good morning. In freezing cold Weymouth on our last day, sat in the awning. And I thought I'd talk to everyone about one of our recent videos, which I thought we would do an experiment with clickbait. So for those of you that don't know what clickbait is, it's when you put your title of your video and your thumbnail, that image you see on YouTube, and maybe you sensationalize things a little bit. There's different extremes. Sometimes it's just sensationalized, sometimes it's a bit over the top, sometimes it's a complete and downright lie just to draw someone in, to bait you to clicking on that video to watch it. Now, why do people do that? And what are the ramifications, and what did we see? So we're fairly new to YouTube. We've been doing it for probably about a year. I think our first video would have been back in March last year. We're now in April. And it's always a little bit of an experiment. We do YouTube for fun, as a hobby, a way of sharing what we've been up to for ourselves to look back to in the future. And if anyone else finds it interesting and useful, then do you know what? That's fantastic. But if they don't, we're doing it for us. We're not making any money out of it, at least not enough to worry about. If we ever do get to a point where we're making enough money to pay for a night away here and there, that'd be great. If when we retire in 20 years' time, it can pay for some trips, it can help us to continue caravanning, then that would be amazing. But if it doesn't, it's something to do, it's a hobby, it's fun. So what did we actually find when, on the way here, we were hit and killed by... We were hit by a seagull. We killed that seagull. It was on the motorway. It was really shocking. It was really loud. It broke our wing mirror. That's a perfect opportunity for some clickbait, in my mind, just to see what happens. So I prepared a video, and I prepared 3 different titles and thumbnails for that video. And I started off with the most extreme example and swapped it down day by day. And the reaction was really, really fascinating to me. So the first video we put suggested that we'd been involved in an incident on the motorway and there had been a fatality. Well, there was, but obviously people read between the lines. And they did. We had the highest click-through rate of any of our videos ever. So the number of people seeing our thumbnail and clicking on it, you can see those stats in the background when you make YouTube videos, was the highest we've ever got. I purposely worded the video, what I said, that I didn't let on the truth until a minute or 2 in. We had the highest retention in that video of any video we've ever had. People watched all the way up through to that point. Whereas quite often, when they find out what the videos are about, because we're making them for us. We're not trying to make sensational videos for other people. We'll lose quite a few people early on. YouTube was showing our video to more people. We were getting more potential audience coming to see our video. Yes, we upset, I think, 4 people. 4 of our existing subscribers unsubscribed. But we've already made up for that, and more besides. We've also posted another video just of our trip here. We're at Haven Littlesea in Weymouth. We've posted a video, a tour of the site, and some of the things that Sam, our son, has got up to while here. We've lost subscribers on that. Every time we post a tour video, what we're getting up to, we lose subscribers. We then generally gain a few over the long term. If people specifically want to come to this site and they search for this site, or there's people specifically looking for that type of video. What we do get subscribers on, if we post a how-to, where I've done any modifications to the van, where we're showing someone how to fix something, how to use something in a different way. And it's really fascinating and interesting, and it just shows, if you want a YouTube channel to do well, and you're doing it because you want to make money on YouTube, or you care about subscribers as your main driving factor, then you need sensational videos. You need to do videos only on something that your audience is interested in, and you'll get a real niche. And as soon as you go outside that niche of topics that you've done and you've built up an audience on, you'll drop your subscribers. And that'll be the end of the world. We see a lot of people, they're building up their channels, whether it's Gadget John, whether it's Dan Trudgeon, so many people are worried about doing YouTube for doing YouTube and getting subscribers and making money. I'm not saying that Dan and Gadget John are about making money. I honestly don't think they are. But you can see the impact it has on them when they start losing their subscribers, and how they're steering their channel to be based on those subscriber numbers, those viewer numbers, those watch hours. And to me, that's sad. I'm sure most of us, whether it's camper vans, panel vans, conversions, caravans, that have started up doing YouTube, we've not done it because we want to make money. Yeah, great, it might. For some people, they get a decent amount. You get the sponsorship and so on. And who would turn that down if they got offered that money to do that? But that's not why most people get into it. And what I hope people do, and what I want to do, is experiment with my channel. Find things that I enjoy. Show my sense of humour. Show things that I'm interested in. And if that's what people want to watch, fantastic. If I make money out of that and gain subscribers out of that, even better. If we make friends out of it, brilliant. But the whole pettiness, the silly comments, the pandering to the minority just to get views, just to worrying about what people are thinking. This is for me. This is my hobby. This is my escape, my fun. hopefully that shares some of our thinking, why we're doing what we're doing. And if you do like it, then you know, we would always love a subscriber, we'd love a comment. But if you don't, just move on. Thanks guys, look forward to the next video.